right, should be up and running here. Bull stream should be live. We'll go over the market, go over today's plays, talk about what to expect going into tomorrow and the rest of the week. So let's get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for April 20th, 2021. Q's down 0.73 and SPY down 0.7. Okay, we came into today with the big question: do we have a temporary top? Is this going to be the start of the pullback on the daily? Okay, and there's a couple scenarios where we can start the bearish bias, right? Is that in this, before we got the continuation here, I was saying, based on what we had yesterday, if we base from there and then break down, or we get a sell set up. Okay, so actually now we do have, okay, the support here. So we do have the base, right, which we spent some of the morning and all of the afternoon telling us where support is on the SPY. Okay, Q's is the same, basing down here. So underneath today's low, bearish on the Q's and SPY. Okay, for now, neutral still. Okay, we still have a pretty strong daily, weekly, monthly. Hourly is yet to confirm the downtrend. So while today what this gives us is confirmation of the support, which I guess you could look at, it's not really bullish or bearish one way or the other. It's just, it is what it is. It's telling us that's where support is. Okay, if we move up tomorrow, gap up a little bit, and then hold, right, then we're going to start to be more bullish. Okay, because that means the support is getting follow through. However, if we either gap down or maybe we stay in this area for the next couple of days and then break underneath it, bearish on the Q's and SPY. Okay, so we got what we wanted to see today, okay, which was where's the support market? Is this hourly going to turn into a downtrend? Okay. All right, let's go over some of the plays from today. SNDX first play out of the gate. Just something to note here is that when you see something, let me see where this was gapping up in the pre-market, because initially it was on the gap ups list. It gapped up to 22 initially, okay, and then before the open reversed the gap. That's typically very bearish, okay, when you get a gap up that flips to a gap down before the open. Vice versa is true too. If it's a gap down and reverses or flips to a gap up, that's bullish, okay. SNDX, so this was okay to play just as a 1 minute high low. Just that's pretty aggressive, but the numbers that I gave you were these right here, this base breakdown on the SNDX underneath the lows there. Okay, so you can see there's a sell setup. This is okay to play as well right here, but confirmation there as it's basing down there, break underneath that, and then pretty nice follow through on the SNDX. Eventually trails off of the hourly right there. Okay, but did close here down at the lows. Now I've been holding off on high of the day base breakouts. Market's been up for quite a few days in a row. Notice a lot of the base breakouts, the high of the day base breakouts, were not falling through, probably because a lot of that buying demand has already been executed. So did pass on this J&J, unfortunately. Had a very, very pretty base breakout, but so it's good to see that these were working today. Even in the bearish start that we had to the day here, J&J, nice base breakout there. This is what we call a gap bully. Okay, gap down and then bullies the gap, so rallies and then breaks resistance. So it takes out kind of yesterday's high is the first point that we're watching to see if it gets through. That's likely the most immediate resistance is the previous day's high, and then once we get through that, can look for continuation. They usually close at or near the high. Pretty good follow through there. I think this is a little bit shy of 4 Rs on this. Like I said, I did let this one go because I hadn't seen a lot of follow through on the base breakouts, but we saw more of them today on the base breakouts today. Now breakdowns today, of course, worked really well, especially in the morning, because the market was bearish, right? Right at the start was getting sold hard. Okay, and again here on the dock into the end of the day there, also decent breakout there. I guess there's a little bit of a breakout there, but upward slant, so that's a little bit hard on that base. Okay, so it seems like on a day like today, a little bit increase in volatility. We get some pretty nice trends here. Some other things that were mentioned today, the CLNE, okay, pretty nice there. I wasn't sure on this gap because of the big red bar that we already got. That is bearish, but I wasn't sure how much, follow through is going to get today, and it ended up getting a lot there on the CLNE, as well as the trip. Okay, trip, you can see slight gap down, very bearish. So this was the favorite going into the afternoon. Nice little shakeout bar, inside bar, right back down. So, this is the kind of thing that sometimes we do get shaken out on bars like that. But when you see something like that, to get right back in. I didn't find it till after this whole shakeout had happened. So it becomes its own new play there on the trip. So as you can see, a lot of stuff here. Even the Nike, which I thought was at support. Not that I would play it long, but kept me out from playing it short. Here was the daily. Here's where that base was happening. Right here, right off that 200. That's where that base was happening. So let that one go, but still got some decent follow through on that as well. So it seems like, yeah, as volatility increases, even to the long side, a little bit better follow through, a little bit more activity, and more opportunity. So, we'll keep an eye out for that. And I think with earnings season, that should help. Okay, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, things are picking up. I know we'll have a Netflix reporting, so should be more to work with here. And I thought today was pretty impressive as far as the things that were available. So I'm gonna go with that's a sign of things to come. But definitely, it seemed like on a higher volatility day, market actually kind of getting sold in the morning. In contrast to the many green bars that we had in a row here. We may finally get a pullback that we've kind of been looking for, extended up. It's not easy to see this kind of be extended up and then kind of day after day. And there's a few days there where we were saying, it's bullish, but we can't really be starting new swing long plays. So we'll see if we start the pullback now. We know exactly what we need as it's setting up a base breakout. It's possible we could rally up tomorrow to the declining 20, do a sell setup there. That'll be a little bit less bearish of a scenario than the break of today's low. Okay, but we'll deal with it as we get there. All right. Hope you did well today. We will be back at it tomorrow, and I will talk to you then. Have a good evening.